Hey guys, and welcome back to QiYi with Colin. In this video, I'm going to be comparing the $8 Rubik's brand Rubik's Cube to the $8 QiYi MS Rubik's Cube. Let's go. So I have 3 Rubik's brands and 2 QiYi MS's with me. I have one somewhere else, I don't know where it is. But, so, this QiYi MS is set up, and this QiYi MS is not set up. So, I'm going to be comparing both of them, so we'll just set them off to these sides. And then I have 3 Rubik's brands. One is extremely blocky, so it keeps bumps over everything. It's like there's magnets in like a square one magnet type, I guess. And then one is extremely slow, but it can corner cut, which the other ones can't. But we're not going to use this one because this is probably the worst one I have, and this isn't including the 1980s version. And then this Rubik's brand, which is probably my best. It doesn't have those crazy catches, but I feel like these are the same, except you can see the shades are actually different. They're a lot alike, except this one I just won as a prize somewhere. I was on a cruise. I won it in a vending machine, some kind of toy machine or something like that. But this one was actually, I used this one as my first cube for a while, so it got broken in, and it's not actually horrible for Rubik's brand. But, so I'm going to be using my best Rubik's brand, and I probably will focus more on the QiYi MS that is not set up, because if you're going to be buying this $8 cube, then, you probably won't be able to set it up. If you're able to set it up, then you'll probably be looking into a more expensive cube like the GAN XS. But since this probably isn't where you are right now, I am going to be just looking at the one that I have not set up. But let's get into it. But first off, if you are interested, the way I lubed the QiYi MS, I did in a video. It was the how to lube tutorial. This has not been really touched since then. So if you're interested in checking it out, it will be right there. So yeah, and I actually do really like that setup. Now on with the video. So let's just start with the obvious. Which is louder? So here I'm actually going to bring in the one that I set up. And then let's do the one that's not set up. So slightly louder, but it also has a spring noise, because I haven't lubed the core. And then the Rubik's brand. Okay, well, do we really need to go over this? The lubed one is definitely the best. And then the non-lubed QiYi MS is still much better than our Rubik's brand we have over here. So just keep in mind as we're going throughout this, these are the same price, but there's one that's obviously better. But now let's take a look at corner cutting. This is where it goes downhill for the Rubik's brand. I'm actually going to look at the corner cutting on the lubed one more than the non-lubed one, because the tensions with the lubed one, or with the non-lubed one, out of the box were extremely tight. And even if you're new to cubing, all you have to do is pop the center cap off, then loosen this screw, each screw by a turn or so, and it should be better. But so out of the box, this can't even go 45. So we'll set that off to the side for now. But the one that I've lubed, it can go I'd say 55 or 60 degrees. And Rubik's brand, oh boy. A piece, 30 degrees. Let's see if we can go past that. Not really. But look at this one. This one might actually have slightly better. Oh, never mind. You can see the dust and crap inside the core. Oh, this is in bad condition. Maybe I'll do a video in the future of me lubing it in something, with something, and then trying to turn it. But at its current state, it is garbage. So the risk you're taking with buying the Rubik's brand is, first of all, they're extremely inconsistent since they seem to make a new model very often, and each of them seem to be very different. But with the QiYi MS, you can get it at places like Speedcube shop, which is supporting a business that's not Amazon, or because I feel like Speedcube shop is probably a smaller business than Rubik's. I don't know that for a fact. But it's supporting Speedcube shop and QiYi, and you're getting a much better cube. So let's get into magnets. On the QiYi it has like a moderate magnet system, like moderate light. And then the Rubik's brand, it has a non-existent magnet system. It does not have magnets. But one thing I have noticed is on Instagram, a lot of like Max Park and then a couple other people, I think Jack Kai, they have been, or they're now like brand ambassadors for Rubik's brand. So I'm wondering if Rubik's is like teaming up with them and trying to make an actually good cube, because you've seen what happens when Rubik's tries to make a Speedcube. Not the Rubik's and Gang collaboration, the Rubik's Speedcube. I don't have anything on that, and I don't have it. But if you're interested, go look up JPerm Rubik's Speedcube. It's pretty sad. So, next up, I'm going to be doing an average of 5 on both cubes and see which is better. But, if you're interested in what comes in the box, then I don't have either of the boxes. Actually, I do have the QiYi one, but for the Rubik's one, it is a box with a stand, and I believe that is it. And then for the QiYi, it is, oh, I dropped it, this, which you can see in my unboxing of the QiYi cubes right there. But it just pops open like this. Cube can go in, closes like that. It's a nice carrying case with your cube safe. You drop it, nothing happens. So your cube won't get damaged in there, and it comes with a pamphlet and some other stuff, which I guess for the plastic could be used as a stand like this. A tacky stand, but a stand nonetheless. Like this. Do I hear an ice cream truck? The loudest thing's going on when I start recording. But let's get that out of here. So we will be doing an average of 5 on each cube. And then for fun, I might throw in an average of 5 on my Yushin Little Magic, which I will grab right now. And this cube is $5. Sorry, I had to go grab it. This cube is $5. So it's obviously $3 cheaper than the QiYi. But honestly, if you're a beginner and you don't know how to solve a cube, go for the Little Magic, because it's a really good beginner one. But if you got a Rubik's brand and you want to upgrade to a Speedcube, the Little Magic is a definite upgrade. But since it doesn't have magnets, it's not going to be as good as the MS. And the MS is $3 more, and if you think you're going to actually get into cubing, then the MS is always a great place to start, because it's a great cube for extremely cheap. But let's get into the average of 5. So here we are back, and I think I changed my mind on a few things. So I'm still going to do the average of 5 on the Rubik's brand and the QiYi, but I'm just going to do a single solve on the Yushin Little Magic just to kind of show how it performs. And then I think I'm going to do a solve on my GAN XS just to kind of show how it kind of is an upgrade to all of these cubes, but it's also $60, so way more expensive, but probably the best cube on the market of the time. 2020, mid-2020. So I'm just going to show a solve on camera of the Rubik's brand, and then a solve on camera of the MS, and then the solve on camera of the XS and the Yushin Little Magic. But then I'm going to do 4 solves off camera with both of these, and then kind of show the average. Let's start with the Rubik's brand. You need to be really efficient when doing Rubik's brand solves. Otherwise, like I'm not right now. That's why I'm kind of failing. 22. Something tells me that's going to be the best solve in the average. So let me just write that down really quick. 22.541. Okay, so now I'm going to grab my QiYi and do a solve on it for the camera. Okay, this isn't that bad. I messed up. Oh my goodness. That's an 18. That's not that great for me, But since I'm not really used to the MS anymore, it's not horrible. So let me write that one down. And so let's just get on to the solve with the Yushin Little Magic. Oh my goodness. Oh, there it is. So you can kind of see how... Actually, I should probably focus. I promise you that it's not worse than the Rubik's brand cube, but you can kind of see how, since the layers are so misaligned, the magnets would be more important on the Yushin Little Magic than on the Rubik's brand, since the Rubik's brand is so slow, but on the Yushin Little Magic, you overshoot all the time. But just look. You can let me perform one algorithm at a time on the Rubik's brand and then the Yushin Little Magic and then the MS. But let me actually do the GAN XS solve first before I get too off track. There you go. I really think I got a better solve on it just because I have been practicing with it all day and I'm just used to the cube itself. But now let's perform an algorithm on these four cubes and see which one I do the fastest. So let's start off with the GAN XS. I'm just going to do a T-perm on each. No, let's redo that. So with the lockup, I still got a 2.022, and then we'll do the Yushin Little Magic next. I actually got faster, a 1.746, so you can kind of see how inconsistent I can be sometimes. But now let's go to the MS. 1.732, and that TPS wasn't even great. Let's redo the GAN XS one. There we go, 1.65, that's better. Now, let's do Rubik's brand. Let's do the slow and fast one. Well, fast. 2.47. Now, whatever this thing is. Yes! PBT perm. Just kidding. So now that kind of shows how bad some of the Rubik's brands can perform. So, while I don't think that this Rubik's brand is horrible, you're taking such a risk getting a Rubik's brand because it seems like they all perform differently. This is the best Rubik's brand I've ever felt, and I know I've tried a lot. But if you just want a cube that is reliable, I'm sure you can get the QiYi MS on Amazon, actually. But so if you're just going to start cubing, you don't have a Rubik's brand yet, then I recommend the Yushin Little Magic. It's just $5. If you have a Rubik's brand and just want to get better, the Yushin Little Magic isn't as big of an upgrade as the MS, since the MS has magnets. So if you already know how to solve the cube, go for the MS. And then from there on, you can kind of branch out to anywhere, but most people would probably go to the GAN XS next, just because the MS is so good that it can probably lead you up to around 20 seconds, which is where you might want to start thinking about getting a flagship cube. But, so I actually finished the average, and I averaged, like, 18 seconds on the QiYi MS, and then I got, like, 24 seconds on the Rubik's brand. So that just kind of shows, how the Rubik's brands are so much worse than the Speedcubes, and how crucial it is if you actually want to start speed cubing rather than just cubing, that you get a better cube. So that's all I have for you guys today. Thanks for watching, and see you next time on Cubing with Colin. But wait, I'm not done. As Cubing Encoded always says, why don't you just subscribe, because the worst thing that could happen is you unsubscribe later. Yeah, okay, bye.